Procrastination Statistics. One survey conducted by the Procrastination Research Group asked, to what extent is procrastination having a negative impact on your happiness? A whopping 46% of the 2,700 respondents said quite a bit or very much, while 18% said it had an extreme negative effect. Another survey says that 1 out of 5 people are likely to procrastinate to the point where it actually jeopardizes their careers, credit, relationships, or health. 40% of people have experienced financial loss as a result of it. The worsening problem, and all the research backs up the idea that procrastination is on the rise. It really is an epidemic in the literal sense of the word. This also tells us that procrastination shouldn't just be seen as normal, but as a worsening problem that is likely symptomatic of our current lifestyles. The fact is, most of us are stressed and overworked and are bombarded with distracted media. One possible explanation for the fact that our procrastination is getting worse is that it's the result of the internet. These days we constantly have access to all the information we could possibly need, literally at the touch of a button. We never have to wait, and if we don't instantly find what we're looking for, we'll look elsewhere. There is evidence to suggest that using media has literally changed our brains, resulting in shorter attention spans, potentially contributing to our procrastination. Procrastination and health issues. Those are the surveys, but in controlled laboratory experiments, procrastination has similarly been exposed as a dangerous phenomenon. One study looked at procrastinators as non-procrastinators and then measured the differences. They found that people who procrastinate are more likely to experience poor sleep, higher alcohol consumption, malnutrition, extreme anxiety, depression, obsessive-compulsive disorder, even memory loss. Addressing your procrastination. If you ignore your current procrastination, then chances are that it will only get worse. This is a habit, and like all habits, it can be hard to break. If you only have a mild and normal procrastination, then there's a chance it will stay the same and you'll continue to lose hours of your week to stressful hours browsing the web. On the other hand, it could get worse and eventually might find yourself with all the mental health problems and health conditions that have been associated with severe procrastination. But there are things that can be done with the right mental techniques, a little meditation perhaps, and some helpful lifestyle changes. You can potentially train yourself to stop putting off the things you have to do and to get them done right away. Imagine how this might impact on your life. In no time, you would start completing your work more quickly, which would mean you could either complete more or go home early to spend more time with your family. In general, you'll perform better at work, and this might eventually be recognized and reflected in your salary. Perhaps then you would have the energy needed to call up about changing your energy bill or to move money to your other bank account so that you are no longer in your overdraft. These things don't take long, so once you've got your tendency to procrastinate under control, you can tick them off quickly and easily. Then maybe you do something tiring, perhaps even do a workout. Normally you might just crash on the couch at the point, but with procrastination no longer a problem, there's nothing to stop you using these hours more productively. Train for long enough and you might find yourself finally getting that six-pack you've been gunning for, and you'll start feeling more confident as a result. On the nights when you don't have any tidying or training to do, you might instead opt to phone that friend you haven't spoken for ages. Maybe at the weekend you'll even have time to grab a drink. No longer will you be playing catch-up, instead you'll be ahead, and that will give you the time to start pursuing things that interest you. Maybe you could learn a new language, start writing a novel, or set up a side business to rake in even more financial rewards. But best of all, you'll be able to sit back and relax in the evenings, knowing that you've done everything on your to-do list. You'll have no stress and nothing playing on your mind. You'll be able to just close your eyes and feel completely at ease, which in turn means you'll be able to tackle tomorrow with even more energy. So if there's one thing you mustn't procrastinate on, it's doing something about your procrastination. Once you address this epidemic, you'll find that everything gets better.